Hey guys, Tim here with the Long-Haired Gardener, and today I am doing another neighborhood garden walk where I walk around the city and take a look at what other people are growing here in the city of Philadelphia. Today I'm hitting up some of the smaller streets. They tend to have nice flowers, plus it's just quieter, and there's a whole bunch of them that I can kind of smushed together in one video. So today we're going to be hitting Camac Street, Quince Street, possibly Delancey, and maybe Clinton. There are so many, and some of them are only a block or two, so I may not name them all, but that is the goal of today, is to check out some of these small streets and see what kind of beautiful flowers we can find. All right, here we have a really nice window box, some sweet potato vine. Really adds great contrast against the dark exterior of this house. All kinds of things down in here. Looks like this is their herb garden maybe, although I think that's lavender. But this is definitely looking like maybe some thyme. And right next door we have a whole collection of cactus right here. Let's see what we can find around the corner. I suspect there should be something over here. These little small streets usually have some nice flowers. Here we have a couple window boxes. I love this Gumfrina up here. I did grow that last year, and I think I had pretty good success. It's maybe something I want to try again next year. Let's take a look at this pot. Very pretty. I'm just gonna go by these pretty quickly because their windows are open. But I do love when somebody puts a house plant in their window boxes. So they have a snake plant there. Let's just run across the street real quick because I do see a hibiscus. It's a really nice shade of red. Center portion there is so shiny. Interesting, I hear a car coming. Pretty sure they're going down a one-way street in the wrong direction. Look at this cypress grass here. It's like papyrus in the middle. Looks very happy in this location. And as soon as I walk across the street, I spot some other things on the other side that I need to walk back over to. Should probably stick to one side of the street, but it's a small street, so we can do it. Look at how beautiful these fake flowers are. It got me. I really wasn't sure what this was. Those bright orange things, which possibly are fake strawberries. They look like those peppers, ornamental peppers that you usually see in the fall time. So I was really confused as to why those would be out right now. And they got me. They were fake, but from afar, I guess it looked real, or at least caught my attention enough to walk over there and see what was going on. I do see some sunflowers up here, so let's take a look at those. See them right here across the street. Sorry if I'm really shaking the camera around. There's another car coming, this one coming in the correct direction. And here's some sunflowers. It's nice to see these in the city. because they are so huge. There's not always room for those. but they are nice. There's another cactus in this window box. Interesting medley of plants. Another sunflower. And let's see here. We have a gaillardia. See some colorful planters here in the distance. Okay, these are really pretty. Love all the calibrachoa down here. This looks very nice against the dichondra silver falls. Have some cannas in bloom up top here, and these look really nice next to the Hawaiian tide plant. Looks like there's a wave plant down here as well, a fan, that's what it's called, the yellow one. But these look really nice. I love when people have these planters on their railings. I'm just trying to find a spot to put some plants, and I think it works out really good. So at the top here we have a garden phlox, something I don't typically see in the city. Of course, there's some coleus. Those are always used frequently in a lot of gardens because they have beautiful foliage. Let's see, there's a lot of plants coming up here on the left. Let's do a little walk by this door. I see a canna and one of those house plants. Let's see what we have up here. This is really a beautiful area. Got some geraniums here. And there's some purple fountain grass. Kind of hesitating and walking away because I think there's somebody inside the house. Again, don't want to be looking too creepy out here. Love this crooked willow tree. There is a sweet pea vine actually in the window there. Here's one down below that I can actually get close to. I planted one this year and it's doing okay. It's kind of hidden, but it is looking like it might do something. Here's a fig tree. Some little figs on here as well. The geraniums look really healthy. There's also begonias. We passed a hibiscus a minute ago, and there is another one. Got all kinds of things. There's a lantana up here in the basket. I don't know if you can see through the fence, but there's a horse head back there as well that is really nice. That's the type of thing I would put in my garden. I like this little vertical garden that they have going on right here. Looks like this is an herb garden minus the dichondra silver falls. This is a very nice little area. Walk around, I can see the horse head through there. Let's see what we have right around the corner. This is a nice planter. Nice that they are using the pole. And let's see. This is one of my favorite streets. I used to live around here and it was always fun to walk through here. It's very pretty and calming. Gorgeous caladium. Very healthy. And what else do we have here? More caladium. I always liked this window. They always had like little things hanging in it. It's hard to believe when you're looking down this street here that we are in downtown Philadelphia, which is, I believe we are in the 6th largest city in the United States, and look how quiet and peaceful this block is. You'd never know that you were in a major city right now. Croton. There's a Rose of Sharon here. Just do a little, I love this house here on the corner. Got some plants up top there, and I don't think I've ever noticed that circular window at the top. There's some huge hostas over here in bloom. It's a really nice Brunera. I love this little pocket right here, full of all kinds of pots. Just a little peaceful area. Let's see what else we have. I think that might be it for this section. There's a squirrel right here. He's trying to decide if I want to give him food or not. He's holding very still though. We're coming into a little bit of sun, but I do want to point out that his house has window boxes that go all the way up all 3 floors. And oops, I just kicked something. Look at this caladium. This is one of my favorites right here. I have that one in my garden. We have some coleus down here, the fluffy red ones. There's a dog in the window. Hopefully he doesn't bark at me. There he is. There's some sedum down here. We're just going to keep on walking. Let's not test the dog's patience. Not too many flowers on this street, but I do want to just point out this building, or take a look at it. It's very unique looking. Has a creepy face above the door. But hopefully right around the corner here. I think I am near Clinton Street, and that is one of the streets I wanted to take a look at. Got some new houses coming in here. These horse heads are all over Philadelphia, and they of course were where you would tie your horse, and I think this here used to be like an old carriage type place that is now converted into houses. All right, we are coming up on Clinton Street here. Hopefully I'm pointing at the sign. You believe me. And this is another one of my favorite streets. Honestly, I love so many of these small streets in Philadelphia. As somebody who grew up in the country, these small streets add a little moment of greenery and quiet from the rest of the city. Are we going to see any plants? That is the question. I think today is trash day for Clinton Street, so ignore all of the boxes everywhere. Looks like got a window box right here. Hydrangea. Okay, maybe not as many flowers as I was hoping. I know the next block of Clinton Street has some more flowers. Got a couple begonias up here. I like this center planter in between these two houses. Got all kinds of begonias right here. This house, I love the pots up here above this gate. I know this house on the corner has a lot of window boxes, and they have these beautiful urns on top of their wall. We're gonna do a little quick scan in through the gate here. Try not to look too creepy. But they have a lot of, if we can pause right here for a second and not look too suspicious. I love the artwork that they also have. These little, call this artwork, these little guys on top of the pillars. And right around the corner are the window boxes I was talking about. This is a very interesting trellis, and they have a clematis. Got a few plants right here. All right, let's continue down Clinton Street. It's kind of tucked in here. I don't know if you can see it, but I love this little, like, I'm gonna say it's probably like a small bird bath, but I love that. That is something I would like in my garden. Do I have room for any of this stuff that I'm pointing out? No, I definitely do not. It's already kind of overstuffed with plants and decorative items, but it doesn't stop me, does it? There's a lot of window boxes. So we're kind of in a shady, this is like a shady street because the buildings are pretty tall and there are trees. So there's not going to be a lot of variety when it comes to plant choices because there aren't a lot of shade-loving plants. I don't know what is falling off of the trees here, but it's all over the sidewalk and I can smell it. Possibly at the end of the block here we will have something to look at. Looks like we have some caladiums. I'm doing this video on the weekend. I think I've mentioned this before. Maybe the weekends aren't the best time to be doing these videos because there's more people home and I'm looking extra suspicious walking in front of their house with the camera. Just taking pictures of your flowers, I promise. These window boxes right here look phenomenal. Probably the best ones we've seen today. Look at the coloring on these. Very healthy. They have some small boxwoods on either side here. But this one is definitely gets the gold star for today. This is a school right here, and it looks like they have some planters, maybe for the kids to plant some things in. There's a little sign on that one, but that's nice. We are now heading to Delancey Street, which is the next block up here. I think we are on Delancey. I think we're actually walking down Delancey Street right now. Delancey Street, and I've said this many times already today, is probably my favorite street. It does not continue all the way through downtown. It kind of stops and starts again. So this area that we're walking to is maybe 1 or 2 blocks in this part of the city, and then on the other side it continues further and it has a completely different look. As I'm walking here, I noticed that there is a snapdragon growing down here Lost my glasses. At the base of this fence. Nature kind of always finds its way, doesn't it? There's something else growing right here. Don't know what that is, but it's always funny when the plants find the little tiniest speck of ground to grow in. All right, we are almost there. I've said this many times before, not because I like complaining, more it's because I'm self-conscious. I always mention that it's hot out because I always feel like I look gross because I'm so sweaty. So that's why I'm mentioning it's hot out again, and I am feeling like I look kind of gross right now, so sorry, but that's why. Hot and humid in Philadelphia. All right, we are on Delancey Street. Let's take a look at all of these window boxes that are lining this street. Have some caladiums, a fern, and a lantana, and then there's a creeping jenny down at the bottom. And then look at these guys. Somebody's literally coming out the door. And right next door, look at this. This looks like a little tiny snapdragon. I'm not sure if you could see it or not. I love all the ornaments. Again, I don't know if you can see them or not, but these people have ornaments hanging underneath or above where they park their car. Got some salvia. These window boxes are full of succulents. Look at how big this one is. Like each one of these lobes is pretty big. This is really pretty. I like this one. I've got the miso plant. I think we're gonna walk down one side and then work our way back because there are a lot of planters on this block. It's another fan plant. And this urn up here. This is a street I walk down frequently, so I am familiar with what we're seeing. I love this urn. Another succulent plant. Very pretty. I love the contrast in size of the of this little guy right here. String of pearls next to like these huge lobed plants. Beautiful like pink margins here. We're just gonna do a quick scan as we're walking by here. This petunia is really pretty. And there are some more right here. Not something that maybe I would necessarily choose, but I think it looks good in their window box. Although my tastes are changing. So maybe one year I will grow something like that. It's really pretty. Look at these rudbeckia. Come in for a top shot. Type of portulaca in here. All right, it's another one of these horse heads. There's a really nice planter here. Not gonna linger too much. I think somebody's at their kitchen window there. Love all the plants on top of this wall. They have a lot of pots in here. I'm not sure what type of tree this is, but it's time to drop whatever all of this stuff is all over the sidewalk. I've seen it on several blocks, and it doesn't smell so good. All right, just doing a little scan right here. So there was a change of plans. There was a lot of people on the other side of Delancey Street, so we decided to go a different way. I think we saw a good amount though. There is a lantana that has been grown into a tree, which I do like that. I don't think I've ever seen that available in the stores though. There is a humongous trumpet vine right here, climbing out over the edge of somebody's wall. And I love the little pods that grow on this. It's a very very pretty vine. Does get quite big and quite heavy, so you do need a good support to hold it up. All right, I was not sure what this was at first. It is a vinca, but it looks like a double bloom. It's definitely different than like the traditional vinca, which is this one right here. I believe there is a campfire Bidens in here as well. Something I don't see all the time in the city. Just walking down the street, these cobblestones are beautiful to look at, but they are a little hard to walk on. I think these are Martha Washingtons here. Not sure. Check out this door. All right, I know there are some more plants right up here that we're going to get to in just a second. All right, all different colors of snapdragons. There's an airplane flying over right now. Somebody still has a hellebora that is still producing flowers, which is kind of surprising considering how warm it is. These are huge calla lilies, and I'm a little sad that I missed the blooms, although I think I took a picture I can hopefully put up on the screen for you. Huge yellow blooms. Got a nice window box right here. There's a rose. I love the guacamole plectranthus. I did not get any of that this year. I've already grown it 2 years in the past, so I thought I would take a break. Kind of have to cycle in between plants so that I'm not growing the same thing every single year. Also love the Tradescantia Nanook. Not growing it this year. Look at this Tarina, very pretty. I love this finial and these other pots that they have up here on the wall. This place has a lot of nice pots. Come down here so you can get a better look at the actual pot. There's some caladiums. I think I have this version. I don't know what this is. Oh, this is part fooled me. I thought this stem here in this light chartreuse color was the plant. I got confused for a minute, but some more. Like, these pots are huge. Got some purple ones here also to match their door. But these are, I really like their pots, and I love how they line their house. They have an interesting begonia here. I feel like this might be the same one that I have in my garden, but check out the stems. They're like very like hairy, almost itchy looking. Alright guys, that's everything for today. Thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this walk around some of the smaller side streets here in Philadelphia. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next garden video. Have a great day.